What is going on, guys? Thanks for joining my channel, Robinhood. This is Bob. Today is Friday, September 25th, and we have a lot to go over with. First, we'll just talk about how Simon Property Group's doing for the week. We will be talking about predictions for dividends that should be coming hopefully next week. I'll show you the chart why I think that's going to happen. We'll go over some news with JCPenney, and of course, we'll go over my spreadsheet of the biggest loss in a week with Simon Property Group that I've had so far, and this is, I believe, the 10th week. So let's get started. So Simon Property Group right now is trading in the green today. They are up 1.19%. You check the week out, they are down 5.22%. You look at the month, they are down 6.51%. 3 months, they're pretty much even what they were 3 months ago at 0.27%, and you look at the year, they're still down 58.82%. So it is a lot of room to grow. I definitely don't think it's going to go back up to this mark here, but I believe when we hit June 8th at $95, I think this is kind of the ideal range that they should be in, hopefully by the end of this year, if not within a year from now, at the $95 to $100 range. So let's check out the 3-month, and we'll look at the dividend yields that's already been out, just to show you what they were, how they were trending just in this time. So actually we'll go a little farther out. So let's do February 4th, the 13th, and 14th. So we'll go out a year. So if we go to February 4th, you see it had kind of a decline here. It's pretty similar to what's going on now. We're on a almost 2-week decline going on with Simon Property Group, but then you look at the 4th, it definitely had an increase, and usually a couple days after you'll see an increase. But then you look at the 14th, it did have a little bit of a sell-off, but not too bad. But if you look at the last one we just had, this is probably the one that's more important. It was June 29th was the date. So if you look at the week before, the 25th, it was sitting at 64.95. It had a drop off on the 26th at 61.90, and then the day they announced was the 29th. They declared it. It went up about $6-7, and then from there it went up again on the 30th, and then on the 1st it went up. But then it started falling back off from here, and then on the 9th, that's when the ex-dividend date. So a lot of people got their dividend on the X date and then sold off. Definitely sold off, and it was pretty sideways here. So if you look at the chart, it's almost kind of similar. So we did hit kind of a peak a little bit here, and then it started selling off. It came up and then it started selling off again. So that's why I'm predicting, I did predict this Friday, but I don't see them going any later than the 29th of September. So that is my new prediction, is going to be the 29th of September of their next dividend date. I do expect Monday to be a green day, and if they do announce it on Tuesday should be a very green day. I see this probably, hopefully, going to the $70 range, if not reaching $72 once they announce it. And when that happens, I will be selling, if you've been paying attention to my previous videos, I will be selling the Simon Property Group of margins that I've used. I did buy 647 shares of Simon Property Group using margins. So I'm not adding this in my spreadsheet just because that's what I'm going to use to buy and sell quickly. So when I do sell it, I'll put that in the total price on the margins spreadsheet, not on the Simon Property Group spreadsheet. So let's look at the news. So if you haven't heard with JCPenney's, it's kind of an iffy situation going on right now. So they were supposed to have done everything settled by the 21st. So basically this says filing was supposed to be done on the 19th. And it's supposed to be a secondary filing with the bidding procedures for the court auction of the assets with the judge's approval submitted by the 21st. That was not done. JCPenney actually filed an extension for reorganization on September 11th. So basically a day after they did that. So this could push it back 120-day extension. So if you look at this article here, the reason they're doing that is the JCPenney company, the shareholders and the higher ups on there that's doing this deal really believes that it's worth a lot more than what they're selling it for. So they're saying just with their assets they have, even minus their debts, they're still way more than what they're buying it for. So if you look here, they're saying their total enterprise value range between 8.2 billion to 10.2 billion. I believe Simon Property Group was buying it for like 1.7 billion. Even minusing their debts and everything like that, they're still worth a lot more than what they are trying to be bought out for. So I think it's JCPenney having second thoughts, just saying, hey, we can get more money out of it. I think they'll still be bought out by Simon Property Group in Brookfield, but I think it'll be a couple of side things going on just to appease the higher ups, and maybe some of the shareholders will get some type of kickback. But I still think that'll go through. But when that news came that they did acquire them or was acquiring them, it really didn't help the stock. It actually started dropping off from then. So I don't see this really helping or hurting it too much in the long run. So that's what the news going on right now with JCPenney and Simon Property Group. So now let's look at the spreadsheet here. So the spreadsheet just in 1 week, so from 9/18/2020 to 9/25/2020, I lost $2,644 off of Simon Property Group. So all of my gains that I've had for almost 10 weeks, I believe, has been dwindled down to $46. But on the bright side, you do look at the call options I've had. So at least the options are money that I have are still in the bank. So I'm still up in options trading and dividend payout, and hopefully the next dividend payout is coming sooner than later. So the total profit right now, I'm sitting at $1,834 in 10 weeks. Still not bad, as in not in negative, but obviously taking a $2,644 hit is not good. So next week, I do predict it to be a green week. So hopefully you guys did buy at the dip. I believe Simon Property Group went all the way down to $59, almost $60. So if you guys were able to get it at the low 60s, if someone got it at 59 and some change, they probably will make a good amount of money sometime next week. So I did actually buy one more call at a $75 strike price. It did cost me $59. This is one contract that I did. So I'm still buying. I'm trying to buy and buy and buy because I do still predict this thing to get up to the $75 range. And by the time that expires, it could get up to the $80 range as well. So once they put the news out, if this thing hits anything over $70 to $75 range after the first or second day that they announced this, I will be selling calls at a $85-ish, maybe $90 strike price, just to try to get an extra $200 to $400. I think I can get out of that just in premium of keeping the stock, getting the dividend, and keeping the premium. So that's all my moves for next week. If I do sell my margin calls, if you've been paying attention to my video, next week I will post the profit loss of the total amount that I've done for the whole week. And also tomorrow, I didn't actually miss my cruise news this week, so I will be posting a cruise news on Saturday. So thank you guys. Please definitely subscribe if you like what you're hearing and seeing. Definitely helps my channel with every like, every subscription, every comment. I do love the feedback. So just hit me up if you have any questions. Thank you guys. You guys have a good day.